let's take a bump and talk about WrestleMania. So WrestleMania is coming up this weekend, and it's time to do some predictions. I haven't done these predictions in a little while, so we'll see how they go. I haven't exactly been on the money with a lot of my predictions, but I feel like this won't be any different, honestly. This probably won't be any different, especially since all of this, I'm looking at the card right now, or at least what's confirmed right now, and I don't feel confident in being able to predict any of these. Especially since the build for most of these matches has been pretty rough. But let's see. Alright, so we're going to start with night 1 and then go into night 2. So first up, I'm going to go fully in order. So first up, The Vision and IShowSpeed versus the Usos and LA Knight. I also want to preface, I am leaving most of my opinion of this whole card out of this video. We can make that a separate video as like a post WrestleMania video, just because I got a lot of feelings about this WrestleMania. Not great feelings either. But so again, The Vision and IShowSpeed versus the Usos and LA Knight. I feel like IShowSpeed is kind of already half in when it comes to being teaming with The Vision. And The Vision already feels half baked. So I'm going to say the Usos and LA Knight, especially to give WrestleMania kind of like a good start. Like, you know, faces winning and all that. I feel like that's where we're going to go. Start WrestleMania off. The Usos and LA Knight winning that first match. Next up, Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. This one is gonna... this is tough. And I also have not watched Raw as of recording this. I'm currently watching Collision. So, yeah, I don't know where Fatu and McIntyre is gonna go exactly. But I feel like Fatu is gonna get the win because I feel like he needs it more. Drew, I feel like, does better in a coming from the bottom type role, although he's been chasing for a little bit, for a lot of bit, but I feel like this is gonna be Jacob Fatu. Next up, we have Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. I think this is Liv Morgan. I mean, it feels like they've already been half in on Vaquer being champion anyway. And they've kind of been diving all into Liv Morgan, so they've kind of been telegraphing exactly where they're going to go with this match. But yeah, Liv Morgan 100%. Next up, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Continental Championship. I think this is Becky. I don't think AJ Lee is in the long haul after WrestleMania. However, this might be... I could see this being a case of, like, WrestleMania rematch, either the Raw after WrestleMania or at Backlash, where Becky wins it in, like, a stipulation match, maybe like a steel cage or something. It's tough to say because I don't think they would do 2 title changes in a row if this is even the final order of the card. But you know what, I'm gonna say AJ Lee. I feel like this will be one that goes to a rematch, so I'll say AJ Lee retaining against Becky with that title swap happening very soon. So next, we have the Irresistible Forces versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Lyra versus the Bella Twins for the Women's Tag Team Championship. God, this is... I really don't know. The Bella Twins have kind of been up in the air with, I think it was Nikki's injury. potential entry. I'm not really sure. But I'm just trying to look at who's had the most focus, who's been the center of this story. And I feel like you don't throw the Bella Twins in this unless you plan on them winning. And considering that, like, this match has been hinging on one of the Bellas recovering, I'm gonna say the Bella Twins. I feel like they're gonna win. I was gonna guess Charlotte and Alexa, but I don't know. I'm gonna say the Bella Twins. Next we have Seth Rollins versus Gunther. And this is another one that's kind of up in the air because, like, both of these guys are so high profile. This match was kind of just thrown together. It doesn't feel like there's any stakes. But Seth is... he's kind of just returned. I'm going to say Seth. I feel like Seth is beating Gunther. I don't think he should, personally, but I think Seth is going to be beating Gunther. So next we have Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship, and if Orton loses, McAfee will leave the professional wrestling business for good. As much as I would love to see Pat leave wrestling for good, especially after how this build has been, oh man, I feel like it's going to... I feel like it's going to be Randy. Yeah. I'm going to say it's Randy. I think Randy's going to win the championship. Oh man, I don't know. The build for this has been so lackluster. So bad. I don't even feel good saying... I don't feel confident saying Randy's going to win. Because, like, there was the show where Pat did a big promo and then Randy just showed up on the Tron instead of, like, actually showing up in the ring. Like, I feel like they don't care so much about this match. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Randy Orton winning. I think Randy Orton's still gonna win. Kind of end night one with the heel win, end on a low, and then you go into night two now with Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. Oh God! You see, I am desperate for Obafemi to win this. I think he really should. However, I feel like they might eke out a Brock Lesnar win. No. You know what? I'm going to say Obafemi wins. 100%. I think Oba's going to win. It doesn't fill me with so much confidence since, like, Oba's been, like, destroying Brock at every moment in the lead up. But I'm going to say Oba still wins. Next we have Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio in a 6-pack ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Oh man. I know it's not going to be Rusev. I know it's not going to be JD. I know it's not going to be Dragon Lee. I feel like it won't be Javon. Oh, it could be Javon. Huge WrestleMania moment. Could be Rey. Could be Penta just retaining. Oh, they made a big deal about Rey returning, though. Yeah, I'm going to say Rey. I'm going to say Rey wins it. I'm going to say Rey. Maybe Javon gets a singles match against Rey or something. But yeah, Rey Mysterio wins. And Rey was also feuding with Gunther prior to this. Or supposed to be feuding with Gunther, so they'll probably do Gunther versus Rey for the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, Rey Mysterio wins this. Next up, we have Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's Championship. Oh God, I'm gonna say Rhea. It feels like they've already been pushing Jade like out, so I'm gonna say Rhea. Yeah, and that'll probably lead to Io versus Rhea at a later point for the championship. I really wish Io had a spot on this card, and it really sucks that she's left off of WrestleMania. But I'm not going to get too far into that right now. Maybe we'll do a post-WrestleMania video. Next up, for the United States Championship, Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. Trick. This is going to be Trick. Trick, 100%. No, God, is it going to be Trick? I'm trying to remember the last thing that happened with Lil Yachty. Sammy is learning to be bad and take advantage of bad situations. No, I'm still going to say Trick. I'm going to say Trick Williams wins it. Next, the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. I'm going to say Finn. I think there's a reason. Does Dom still have the AAA championship? I think he does. But yeah, I'm going to say Finn Balor. I feel like there's a reason that this is just a regular singles match and not for like any title or anything. So Finn's going to win it because of the Demon. And because I feel like Triple H is more over on the Demon than obviously Vince was. And last time we saw the Demon, I think, was with Vince for that match against Edge. So yeah, I think it's going to be a Finn Balor win. And then finally, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh man, this one is tough. It's tough, and I feel like it's gonna be such an overbooked finish. But the question is, how is it overbooked? Because both guys are kind of on their own right now. Although the story is that Roman can't win by himself. So maybe he tries to do it by himself, tells the Usos not to get involved, and Punk then wins. Or Roman wins to prove Punk right, or prove Punk wrong. Yeah, oh god, because also last time we saw these guys in a WrestleMania together, Seth beat the both of them. Roman, I feel like, is part-time already. He's gonna be going away right after this. I'm gonna say Punk. Punk. My vote's in for Punk. Punk retains against Roman Reigns. And it's probably a bigger end to WrestleMania than Roman beating Punk. Yeah, CM Punk wins the championship. Especially since the story kind of right now for CM Punk is kind of man of the people, advocate for the people, and it only makes sense for him to come out on top of the main event. Yeah. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoy WrestleMania. I will probably be watching, maybe live. No, I won't be watching live. Definitely won't be watching live. I'm very busy this weekend, so yeah, I'll be watching probably Monday or something. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.